Okay, I'll just flip it right here. All right. So this is the second attempt of doing a live stream, and I'm hoping that the mic is plugged into the phone and the audio is a hell of a lot better than it was last time. So, yeah. See, the thing that kind of sucks, I just realized you can't put like a board or something and letting people know that, hey, I'm live streaming, see if my microphone is... Okay, so the goal is trying to figure out, to see if the timing marks lined up. So Jared came in here earlier and got apparently everything, or no, he got the harmonic balancer off. So there's that. Now, I might have to... See, so the timing mark is right over there. Yet, I don't know if it's covered by grease. I can't tell the time. Pretty much. Yeah, the rest of the truck here. So I'm assuming this belt has been replaced, just because the sprocket's off. I'm hoping that looks right. I'm gonna stick my hand down there and see if it's good. So we'll go from there. So, question is to find a rag. There is a rag right over here on this table. And then the infamous step stool. So, alrighty. Okie dokie. It's a Thursday night, off tomorrow. So I'm gonna see if I can clean this sucker up and see if there's some sort of marking. Assuming that's the mark? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it looks like a piece of magnet, but that looks like it's lined up. Up here it looks like it's lined up. So, I think we should be good in order to loosen this tensioner and freaking belt off. So, that looks like a 13 over there. Boom, 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 boom. This is going to be the fun part. How am I going to take off this belt and retension it? There's like, oh, okay. So, to retension this, we're just going to have to end up putting a ratchet here, and then, or a wrench here, and then tightening it up to get the tension. So, that's pretty much lined up there. We'll see if we can realign this oil sprocket, and then everything can start going back together, in theory. So, let's see here. First things first, gotta figure out what size is this sucker. It's an 18. Okay. So, assuming what I'm going to go ahead and do is poke this sucker up a little bit here. So we know the timing marks are good. You move this sucker back. This was the wire harness in order to remove the spark plugs. The tensioner looks fine. I mean, it's weathered, but it definitely looks fine. It's saying it's picking me up, so I'm hoping this mic does well as I'm walking away from the camera and it's just not using the microphone on the phone itself. So I need to find me a 13. And that is the mission is to find me a 13. I found myself a 13 here. Will it go in? That's the next question. Okay. It does. But I need myself a short extension for this. So, short extension, short extension, short extension, short extension, short extension, MIA. Where shall be a... Nope, not short enough. Too long. Just right. Could I have gotten a 13 long? Yeah, I could probably got myself a 13 long. So. Alright. Alright, this sucker should just pop right off. Alright, so that should be loose enough. Okay. And then ongoing theory is I grab my 18 millimeter here. Or that, yeah, I had my 18 millimeter here. And to loosen it, I need to go, well, that direction, but try to stay on it. Or slip off of it. Okay, oh, you know what? I don't think it's 18. 18 was a little shy too big. Alright. So again, I might be dealing with rust here. But, I mean, the belt seems loose. Oh yeah, that's spinning free, so... Excuse me, pardon me. Hate choking on my own damn spit, but this is what we are going to do. See if we could massage this belt off of here. So, it's a little overkill, but honestly, I don't even think this tensioner has moved, and it's still freaking loose. Well. What a dilemma I have here. I'm hoping that this isn't jammed because it's just jammed. So, there's that. Should be loose, but let me just go ahead and loosen it some more. Oh, no, that is... That's really, really loose. So, okay. So, not liking the fact that this belt feels like it's still got some tension on it. It feels like it's still... Let me see if I could grab a 17.5 inch. Get some leverage on this. Because I'm not liking the fact that it's not budging. 1/2-inch pry bar? Why not? Oh, that just comes loose. Okay. I'm not liking that. That's a spring. So how does one tension this damn tensioner? Okay, so that broke loose. And you're telling me that this thing's just going to come loose after I loosen this sucker a bit? I have a feeling it's stuck on the block somehow. And I'm assuming the spring pushes up against it, and that's supposed to be your tension. I haven't read through the all data, but the sucker is loose. And it should be loose enough where, in theory, I should be able to pry on this damn thing. But again, it's not liking me here. Like I said, don't like the fact that it's up against plastic. There's a spring. So, wonder if there's like a... Oh, okay, maybe I do have to loosen this damn spring. And the reason why I say that is, yeah. So, okay. Keep on doing sketchy stuff. Plus, it wasn't like this tensioner was really doing anything. So it's not under that much tension. I have a weird feeling there's like this special tool to pretty much pry this down, and then this loosens up. I'm trying to figure out something without taking the spring off. That's the goal here. So yeah, like I said, that's loose. Okay. So there's that. There's that. It's up against the block. It's loose. The spring that's holding it in is loose, so it's not pushing down up against the housing. But let's see here. So yep, just as I thought. Okay, got the timing belts off. That was the fun part. So the next part is to reset the tensioner, put the new timing belt back on, and go from there. So this is the old timing belt. Honestly, it's not too bad for its age, besides the cracking on the top. Right over here, the camera can pick that up. That's just, again, 15 years. Does it even have a name brand on here? No, it does not. Oh, it's faded. Ooh, hard to tell. TK276. I have a part number, but don't know which one this is. Okay, now I'm gonna sketchingly, if sketchingly is a word, reset this tensioner here. Okay, the tensioner is pulled all the way back, and we should be able to slip on the new belt. So make sure, again, this oil sprocket here, let's line that up. This shouldn't have moved, which it has not moved, so there's that. Okay. Gates belt going on. Okay, so the crankshaft is not going to move. The oil sprocket is going to move, but I'm going to try to align it better than the previous person that came in here. Whoever changed the belt a while ago. So I'll stick my flashlight down here and see where I go from there. So get it on the camshaft sprocket. Check. Align oil sprocket. Alright. Timing belt is on. Make sure it's all happy-pappy here. Will it align? Who will know? Honestly, I should have all my freaking slack here and not here. So, there you go. You know what? I forgot to do the trick where I mark it on each end and then kind of count the teeth. But, that should have all the slack taken out of it. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is loosen the tensioner, and the sucker should pop tight. Ta-da! Yay! Looks like the sprocket's a little bit more aligned, but go ahead and tighten up the tensioner, then I'm going to tighten up the tensioner spring. Then I'm going to spin this motor around, then we're going to add the spark plugs, and then call it a night. And then I'm going to see how the stream ends up doing. Because, yeah. So. Okay, so at least my camshaft and my crankshaft are currently aligned. And I am going to go spin this sucker around and make sure that this new belt is good. And then we go with our reassembly. So I believe it's a 18. I'm just going to go spin it from the top of the crankshaft or camshaft. So, I lied. It's 18 on the top. Survey says that was a lie. Do I have a 19 out, though? That's the next question. I do. I do have a 19 out. Okay, so the mic, you're able to hear me on the microphone. I wish the chat could honestly stay up, but I just saw your comment, and yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this motor a spin. Give it one more spin. Yep, our timing marks match up. Oil sprocket is a little bit off, but it's a lot closer than it was before, so I'm honestly happy with that. Yeah, make sure the play is good. So, okay. So let's go ahead and start reassembling this. The timing belt is officially on here. So there's that. And yeah. So torque that sucker down. Now with my new mic setup, I'm hoping that it's not picking me up heavy breathing, because that would bother the living hell out of me if anybody's watching this. So I'm just hoping that the mic came out pretty good where the position is, and it's not like I'm not going trying to work on a damn car. So, okay. I guess while I'm here, it's a couple things I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm probably going to end up cleaning this a bit. I got a new tensioner, so that's going to get replaced. And then we could just start slowly putting this sucker back together. So I'm kind of glad that it free span, or not free spin, we ran it through the cycle and the timing marks are lining up. Because if they don't, I believe this is a interference motor. So for those that don't know what an interference motor is that if this timing belt ever snaps, the piston will kiss the valves, and then you will either need a new lower block if you didn't break your pistons. Oh, I mean, if you did break your pistons, or you're going to need new valves if, well, it's always going to bend valves. That's a given. That's a for sure. So now the thing is, since I'm down here, I'm going to see if I could, is it 13? Wow, see? Jesus, ow. That was no joke on there. And I felt like I was going to snap the bolt on that one. I don't know if anyone's played like the mechanic simulator game, but sometimes it kind of, this truck reminds me of that. Because I'm like, yeah, you know, growing up Southern California, like I'm not used to seeing this amount of rust. And then, you know, I look at the game, I'm like, damn, these things don't get that rusty. And I'm like looking at this and I'm like, no, that's definite rust. Oh well. Get this sucker out of the way anyways. And my fingers are blocking it. So, it's probably world's longest bolt in there. But let's get the rest of this sucker off. Okay, make sure I figure out where this dowel goes, which is on the very top, about the 12 o'clock position of the block. I have an electric ratchet for this. I'm just psychotic that I'm just doing this by hand. There you go. So, just kind of... Damn, the bolt don't want to come out. Come on, be nice. Don't be nice, I guess. Stupid son of a bitch. Wants to be stuck. Who does that? And you can see here, this is the rust. You can see how lovely, this is what the belt was riding on, the serpentine belt. So, you know, you see all this corrosion here? This was obviously, you could tell actually, this is actually pretty cool. You can see this here. This is where it was completely exposed for the last 15 years in my uncle's backyard. And then, turn this over here. This is where the belt was, pretty much. So this was like the top. This was exposed to the top. This is the bottom. And, yeah, that is, it's not even a full circle. Look at that cancer on that. This thing wasn't going to be a pulley pretty time soon. This is, yeah. And we ran it with this thing. Gosh, I'm kind of glad we replaced it, but like I'm looking at that now and I'm like, Jesus. I mean, hell, even the spring gets stuck. That's how much crap is on here. So there's the old one. Let's see if the new one that I got matches up here. So put that there real quick. Find me the new one somewhere here on our magical parts table behind the scenes of the camera. There it is. Chinesium. Again, whole point, right? Save money. Don't spend a lot. Yep, it's got the tab. So here it is. Right, there's your our tensioner. About the same size. Well, take that back. The Ford one's a little bit thicker right there. But as you can see, the pulley, nice and round. Oh, it spins a lot freer. Free spins better. So, but the next question is, will it just go on? Because, yeah, this one, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem putting it on. The fun part is trying to get the bolt off of this rusted piece of crap so we could put on the damn... I swear I have to unscrew this. This is going to be annoying. Jeez, you could just... I'm looking on the inside where the spring is, and it's no bueno. Alright. Oh. Is it a plastic washer holding me in? Oh, well. To the nether realm with that one. Okay. So there you go. New tensioner. Old bolt. Oh no! What I feared the most. The microphone on the mic has clipped to the truck while I bent over and trying to do this. So, let's see. That's no bueno. We gotta figure out a different method. Yeah, this is annoying. See, the microphone fell, and then you're live streaming, and you're just hearing the microphone jostle around in my t-shirt. So that's no fun. Gotta figure out a different method other than the microphone magnetism boo-boo-ness. See, it's starting to look like it's all coming together now, So, and then there's a pulley that goes in here. Got a new idler pulley. So we got the new tensioner, new timing belt, and oh yeah, cover doesn't go on. So behind the scenes, right, Jared actually took off the what you call it, blah 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 blah. Words are hard right now. The dampener on the crankshaft. So I think the easiest way, because I don't want to bend over and do this, I'm gonna just go ahead and lift. Do I want to lift the truck for this? That's the next question. Do I really want to lift the truck for this one? My phone's gonna be up top. It might not be too sketchy, but make sure we're good here. All right, let's go up. Let's go up in the world. So got a bit of ways away to go, but the cell phone's up there, and I don't know if you can really see the bottom on this truck, but you'll see my hand here in a second go up in there and put on the harmonic balancer here in a second. So this is probably the closest thing you're going to get to that rapture everyone was talking about a couple days ago. You're watching this stream and you're just slowly lifting up from the ground, but it just so happens a engine is in your way. So, yeah, go figure for those who just came across this stream. So, all right. Come on, let's go a little bit higher. Okay, maybe one more clip here. And I obviously can't see the phone at this point. I know it's still streaming, but I don't know if anyone's in the comments. So, there's that. Yeah. Okay, so I got the impact, and then I found the bolt. There you go. So we're good here. So now I'm underneath the truck. I don't know if the camera could see me, but I'll kick this old part out of the way. So this should just easily go on. If you look at the very bottom of your screen, you should see me be putting in this dampener here. All right. The key is on the top, right there. Alright. Oh, that's the outer paint. I thought that was something flaking. So this goes in. Poor chromie socket, but it's done. Now we're gonna go ahead and lift the car down. I'll torque it maybe later. I don't feel like torquing it now. Just need to slap on some parts since I'll have a busy day tomorrow. Filming stuff, and like always. So. All right, all the way down. So we got the harmonic balancer on. New timing belt. Essentially, all I could really do is just start reassembling the front here, so we could at least have the certain new serpentine belt on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of readjust here. So that way you can kind of see everything. Honestly, this is a better setup than the monopod that I had on here the first time I was trying to stream, because it was like way far away from the engine bay. So than what I had for the first stream, and the audio's a lot better. So knocked that out of the park. At least that wasn't hard. Just had to go grab my DJI mics. So okay. I need to take a, I got to hydrate here, so give me a second. So we know the timing belt's good and everything. So we can go ahead and put on this cover here, okay? So I kind of fished it here because this is not really exactly come out due to the fact that, how did I do this? I think I just kind of bent it out. All right. I persuaded this sucker out, and now I got to persuade it back in. That's what I get, I guess. So. Aha, see? Just had to find the right angle for that. Okay, so. It'll pop right all back in. I don't think I took... No, I don't think... I just think it's just broken. It shouldn't be loose like that, but it's cracked up here. So it's going to be loose. And I know there's a bolt that holds it in right there, but really nowhere else. So that will hold that sucker in place. And we could get this... Oops. Get the bracket for the power steering back on here in a second. So now the fun part is, what did I do with those bolts? Just one of those things that I had to just rummage through the whole entire thing and what you call it, yeah. See the fun. Okay, now I kind of remember. This one had the weird. I believe. Are these it? I believe these are. For whatever reason, again, I hate Ford engineers because there's 3 different bolts for this. So, yeah. Okay, okie day. So if I vaguely remember, all right. Now this sucker went back on. You know what? I think I'm gonna be safe about this, actually, guys. I'm gonna actually grab a. So what I'm actually going to end up doing I believe this one went. I do know for a fact that, okay, that makes sense right there. Okay, let's get a couple threads on that. See, I'm losing this power steering pump. Oh yeah. No. So where the hell does the short one go? Oh yeah, the short one goes below the power steering pump here. I have to fish it underneath the line. There you go. See, it's all coming back together now. If I could find the frickin' on the other end. Okay. And then, of course, Ford had to put a, I don't know why they had to put a skinny one here, but oh no, I got it switched. Skinny one goes behind, or underneath the power steering pump. The short one goes on the outer. Ay, ay, ay. Of course, the bolts do not want to go in when I want them to go in. So this baby skinny one. Oh, I got that one threaded in. And then this other one. Screw this. I'm going to start taking out the slack. I keep fighting it. Electric ratchet for the win on this one. Oh, wrong direction. There you go. Now let's try to get that bottom bolt. Can't see it here on the camera. So there's a long skinny one that kind of goes in this direction, and then the shorter, thicker bolt kind of goes towards the back there. And just trying to get this mount on. Ooh. Again, I don't know who designed this. I don't know what engineer at Ford thought this was a good idea. But I just know that I don't like it. At this point, I'm convinced to tell myself that, does the truck really need to have power steering pump? I don't think so. See, like, it's shifting that way. See, like, that's threaded in. Nope, that's not threading in. If I take that out a bit more. Okay, come on. Am I just tripping out here? Okay. Nope, I got it. Got it, guys. All right. Does this not go here? Oh, that one goes here. Okay. Alright, that's where the 10 mil goes. So does anything go in that hole? I have a feeling it does, and I'm missing it. I'm pretty sure I piled it up nicely, but I have also a good feeling that I'm not going to see it. So, there's the bay fan. Honestly, I could live without that bolt. I don't think I really need that damn bolt. It's not on my table, therefore it does not exist. I think it was just 3. I'm 100% sure it's just 3. Because I got tools, old sensors, tiny baby bolts, but that's about it. And yeah, let's bolt this sucker back up. Starting off with the 10 mil, which, of course, I need to have a longer 10 mil. So it always happens. I do have the extension. Again, I really don't know why there's 3 different bolts and all this crap, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Alright, German specs, good and tight. Ooh, can it reach? It should. Should be, no problem. Go on. Oh, nope, wrong direction, as always. F means forward, Nick. Alright. Okay. Make sure that's snug. Make sure the one down here is snug. Oh yeah, it's snug. Alright. Okay, so this bracket's tight, but the power steering pump itself is not. It's just a matter of taking a wrench and tightening that sucker up. And if I remember correctly, it is not a 17, or is it a 17? So, yeah, definitely a 17. Okay. Alright, gotta go ahead and move this light. See if I could precariously point it down the bottom. Yep. I can reach a wrench down here. Yeah, I realized when I didn't have the tool to pull out this pulley here, I just basically had to remove the whole bracket. That was pretty much the gist of it. So, got one more bolt, third bolt. That's kind of off camera right here. But once we get this sucker tightened, we got another part to put on here, which is a brand new idler pulley. So, alright, okay. So the new idler pulleys on the table here Or so I think it was. Yeah. Buried underneath the boxes, of course. So, here's the old rusted one. Oh, earlier on the stream, I kind of pointed out how on one side was completely, had a whole bunch of cancer from this truck just sitting. This one just looks like it has cancer pretty much evenly all around. While the tensioner, the new tensioner's on here already, but the tensioner was very sorry and unfortunate. Like it was not a circle anymore. It was becoming a Pac-Man shape because it was just it was opening up a mouth on one end, if that makes any sense. So ooh, oh yeah, look at that. You know, wouldn't be us if we didn't have the right pulley on here. Oh, you know what? You know why I have a different size pulley? Because this is probably, of course, for air conditioning. No, it says here with air conditioning. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a little bit smaller. We could try using it. Worst case scenario, we could just return it. Well, let's see. I did forget to check. That one is actually on me this time. Unlike the fuel pump that they gave me for a single cab, and I saw that it was for a extended cab. Now I got a... Oh, man, this thing is a lot smaller. Yeah, now I got an idler pulley that's a heck of a lot smaller. And that one's on me because I should have remembered that this isn't like your standard truck. It doesn't... As you can see, this is where the AC would go. And this truck has no AC. So we're just gonna live, laugh, and learn about putting this one on. So smaller, so I don't think it'll affect it. It'll affect it, but we'll see. If we could get the tensioner on here with the fan and everything, I'll be happy. So all right, gotta find me. I believe that's a 17 again. Nope, of course. I keep forgetting. I have to think like a Ford engineer. I gotta put a different size on there, indefinitely, indubitably. All right, so see, that spins. So there's that. So now I'm kind of curious if... No, I'm pretty sure I got the serpentine belt without AC. So... Okay. Now we got to put the fan on there, but really it's going to be a pain to screw this on without any tension on the vehicle. And of course, why is it I'm always fighting freaking rust with this damn thing? So this is the pulley for the fan. Alrighty, I'm gonna put 2 bolts in here and see if we could get the serpentine belt on this thing. Hopefully it's not too loose. Alright, where 'tis be me. Oh, that was right in front of me, the ratchet. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I believe that's all the way on there. Okay, it's good enough for me. So, all right, let's see if we get lucky and we can put the serpentine belt on. And I need a 3/8 ratchet for this, for the serpentine belt. I swear to God, this one I bought from Rock Auto, and if it's wrong, I am gonna Karen. All right, so let's see, AC Delco, okay. That goes right there. All right. Okay. So that goes like that. And around the alternator. Okay, let's see if we don't get screwed with this smaller pulley. Oh, it works. I will take that. Okay, smaller pulley or not, it's on there. So, all right. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is reposition the camera. That way you can kind of see more what's going on in here, because I'm going to put the fan. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to put the fan in. I'm going to hold off. What time is it right now? It is, yeah, I got a little bit more time. But in reality, the next biggest thing here is to clean pretty much where the outlet is and where the thermostat's sat. So we drained the block, we flushed it out. So I'm actually going to move the camera from here over here. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. That way you guys can see the atrocity, what we call, oh, the yumminess, I should say, on the block. Not atrocity, but okay. So this is the fun part here, is trying to get this all cleaned up. There's like a gasket in the mix and everything. This thing is just so freaking bright that you guys can't see a damn thing on this camera. I'm looking at the phone right now and I cannot tell what I'm looking at. It's just bright. Okay, that's a little better. So yeah, this whole surface area has got to get cleaned up. So I got a gasket scraper. People are just like, oh, you should have done it before I put this on here. And I was like, yeah, but about that, there's the back half of this would have been still blocking me. Yeah, I would have had some room, but I didn't want to be banging up against a new belt or sprocket. It's going to be fairly quick to clean that up anyways, so now I might be able to stick the light, and then that way, yeah, you guys should be able to see me cleaning a hole, essentially. But like I said, the biggest thing right now is to find a gasket scraper, unless I don't have one already out. I do have the brushes, so we could kind of start off with that. Got some brass brushes here. See if we can knock it off with some brass brushes. And then if not, then we'll... Oh no, yeah, here's the gasket scraper. So I got the gasket scraper on the magical behind-the-scenes table. Slightly pixelated on my end, too. Pixelated, or... Is it pixelated? This is my signal. I'm looking at my signal here. Signals is not too bad. So... I'm gonna probably have to get a vacuum in there. Clean this sucker up. There's so much crap coming off of this, Jesus. Okay, will all the comments stay? Because I just realized how to pop up all the comments on my live stream. Look, you learn something new every time. Nope, it disappeared. Oh well. I'm such a noob at live streaming. So just cleaning off this gasket material here. Again, whoever the Ford engineer is, I don't know where they thought that this was a very bright idea. Give it a good brush. I think I got it all scraped off. Yep, I did. Vacuum it up. Start putting it back together. So, yep. I'm liking that. I can live with that. See if I can knock out the rust here. There you go, I'm liking that. At least the metal's uniform, that's what I'm looking for here. Make sure that's all nice and cleaned out. So, alright. Grab the vacuum. Where is the vacuum? Vacuum is somewhere in shop. I must find vacuum somewhere. Oh, did I pull out vacuum? No, I did not pull out vacuum. I cannot find vacuum. Okay. Oh, vacuum. Oh, there it is. It's on the chair. While I'm back here, I might as well use these spark plugs while I'm at it, because those got to go back in. And of course, I forgot to grab vacuum. It's plastic, so I can sit on top of this battery, right? Okay, Dave. Crank this sucker up. Alright, move vacuum. And then just to make sure there is no weird oil or anything, a little bit of brake clean. Let that air dry. Or actually, back, I got a clean side of the rag here, so I could just wipe that real quick. Yeah. There you go. I am happy with that. So thermostat. If anybody wants to know what thermostat is or what it looks like for this truck, that's the thermostat that needs to go in there. Okay. Believe it goes in just like, not like that. Take that back. Does not go in like that. I am totally wrong. What am I doing? I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. So here is the housing. When I tried live streaming on TikTok, I cleaned this up with fire and all that. So this is our thermostat. And I'm just trying to slowly figure out. So this seals going in there. Okay, there you go. Look, I just it did not snap into place. Well, then again, this thing is so rusted out. So okay, it's wedged in there. And then we have the gasket, and we should have the 2 bolts for this. No, I'm getting the sniffles. Okay, so we got the Velcro gasket, then we got the intake. So, oh, you know what I don't have? I don't have anything tacky to stick this gasket on here. I'm just gonna have to do this with kind of like a back. Okay, balancing act on. Oh no. Oh no. This is the hard part here. Because I haven't put in my inventory on what you call it, getting some tacky stuff to put on said gasket. So this is what I gotta do. Just gotta do this balancing act without losing. And I think I lost. Did I lose? Oh, I think I lost. Can I put a little bit of grease on there? Probably. Do I want to? No. Okay. Ta-da! See if I can get a couple threads in. Man, you can just see how much rust. There you go. Hopefully this thermostat housing isn't too rusty enough where the surface is still pretty flat and good, and this gasket will seal it. We're gonna have to pull it off here and put like gasket maker. So there's that. So that's nice and snug. There you go. All right. So that's on. We can probably get the sensor on there. All right. Okie day. Do I have liquid Teflon? Yeah, I do have liquid Teflon. Oh, the liquid Teflon is separated, and I gotta mix it now. Lovely! All right, so I got the Teflon on there on our new sensor. Okay, gotta find to essentially cinch it up. I got the old sensor here, so I could probably just find a wrench that'll fit. Oh, of course, it's a 19. I gotta find me a 19 long. Find me a 19 long, 19 long, 19 long. Well, the better question is, do I even have a 19 long? I do have a 19 long. All right. What is a true deep well? Ugga dugga. Freaking 16 inch. Freaking. Yeah, where, oh, where? Oh, I do have a 19. All right. Okay, for a second. Okay, maybe I should. No? Okay, got it on there. Can't get it off. Oh, first world problems. Gotta move this wire up out of the way so I can get this damn sensor on here. So, there you go. Ooh, come on. Come on. Alrighty, come on. Alright, I'm gonna say that's good enough. There you go. So that sensor's back on. We got rust galore in here, but that's on. Now technically, what time is it? It is 8:06. I'm gonna continue, put on the clutch fan down in here, go from there. I mean, this thing is pretty much complete. I will say that much. So now I'm gonna go ahead and move it. Let's go ahead and flip the camera here. That way, I know it's pointed up, but there you go. Ta-da! Yeah, so we got the flashlight here. Can move that out of the way. And we'll go ahead and put in the clutch fan and then go from there. So see, now since the serpentine belt's on here, this is honestly going to kind of hold this pulley into place while we kind of get the fan on here. So now there's also 15 years on this clutch fan. $10 mil wrench. See, work smarter, not harder. Since, I got the spark plugs out, I can spin this motor. Get the 2 other bolts in there. Oh, it popped back out all the way down. Why don't you look at that? Alright, fan's on. Alright, so the fun part is the radiator. So what I'm doing right now, kind of making sure I got the bolts in there, which I do, and that I believe that is the sensor radiator cap right here. So alright, there's right there. Dropping those 2 slots there. Should pop right there, and then this one should pop. Where are you? Oh, right there. Huh. Okay, radiator is on. All right, let's get the upper hose on here. Should I replace this hose? Probably, but again, save money. It's just one of those things. It was good enough to run it this long. Still should be good enough to run it now. Alright, that's done. So I got a cover here. I got the old spark plugs here. Where's the cover for the... That's a genuine one. Where to find the... Alright, looks like I'm missing some hardware here. But don't know where. Let me check the back of the truck. I mean, it should be there. So there's a little cover that goes right over here. So that's what I gotta find. So, yep. The adventure continues. Did I put in the back cart here? No, I did not. And then I got a wiper blade. And not much else back here. All right. I think this might be a good stopping point. Stream turned out well. I gotta go clean the shop in order to find the rest of these MIA parts, which I don't know where they went. Because they're not in the back of the truck. So I don't know where that fan shroud went. But yeah, I mean, gotten this far, so we should be honestly done with this truck, and I should be able to film another video here about it soon. But yeah, I need to figure out where that shield cover is, because I'm assuming where I find this, I'm gonna find the bolt that holds this sucker into place. But until then, I am going to end the stream. So yeah, I think it turned out well, right? Good audio and whatnot. So alrighty, so don't know where it went. I'm gonna call it a night. I gotta get ready for tomorrow and film stuff. So alrighty.